everybody. Happy Friday.
Thank
Yay!
goodness. Hi, Kairu.
If
Welcome,
you hear
everybody.
roaring in the background, it's really windy here.
Are you in like the path of some of those like really scary storms?
It's farther east of us,
Okay.
but we're getting like a lot of the wind and stuff.
Mm.
We're
Well, I
under,
hope it's
like,
okay.
a high wind warning.
Mm,
Yes,
That's
fingers
scary.
crossed for everybody.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Kairu.
So it's Friday, guys. It's also the last day of the month. So
Yeah.
if you know already, share with us in the comments. How did you do in March? Like, how was your reading? Did you get a lot of cozies and other mysteries read for March Mystery Madness? Are you ready for Amish in April?
Look at me. I already have my like March wrap up on my.
Wow.
Well done.
I
Well
did see it
done.
pop up, and I thought she is on it because
On
it
the
came up
ball.
in my notifications.
I am. I like finished my last one today, and I'm like, I'm not gonna probably get anything else done. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it and get it done.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's smart. I finished, I think, my last book today as well for the month. Side note from my weekend update. This is now my favorite book of the year.
Oh,
I like
Yeah.
this. It's good. Yeah.
You've read it, right?
Mhm.
It had me tearing up at the end. I don't want to give anything away, but it literally had me tearing up a little bit at the end.
Yeah,
But
and I listen to those on audio.
come here.
Yeah.
Okay, and the third one, it's not the same audio narrator,
Oh.
and I just couldn't listen to it because I was like, I was listening to it, and I'm like, something's off. This doesn't sound right. So I had to look it up, and I was like, yeah, that's not the same narrator. That's probably why. I don't know. It's just how the person did it just didn't sound right.
When you're used to it, it's exactly like with the Crew of Hunters when they changed Luke Daniels. You know, that's not what you're used to hearing, right?
Yeah.
That's
And and it's only like book 3, but it was sometimes I can change with the narrators because I know like the Pendergrass series, like I swear they can't stick with a narrator. I know they stick with one after a while, but the first one is like and stuff, and it's like, well, they kind of have a similar sound, but I don't know. There was something about this lady that it just didn't have the same vibe.
Oh, that's disappointing.
So I haven't got to the third one yet because I figure I'm probably just going to have to read that one.
And the fourth one comes out in September or something. And it takes place around Christmas time, I saw.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's awesome.
And they're actually making a movie out of the first one.
Oh, really?
Yes, they're casting as we speak. So
I would be interesting to see who they cast for that.
yeah, everybody's like Helen Mirren. I'm like, anytime it's an old British woman, it's Helen Mirren. I mean, she's good, like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's like, well, there's got to be some other older
Right.
British actors out there. Give them a chance.
Right, exactly. So what are we reading tonight, you guys? Tiffany? Kyra, what are you reading tonight?
Right? There we go, buddy. Okay. Well, you just okay. So we are reading. Kairu, what are we reading? Oh, A Matter of Hive and Death. Hive like beehive. A Matter of
Nice.
It's the second in the what is the I don't remember what the
Is it the Oregon Honeycomb?
Yes, the Oregon Honeycomb by Nancy Coco. And then I'm also reading on ebook Stage 4 Murder, the third, Sophie Kimball.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So, yay.
Yeah.
How about you, Storm?
Oh, goodness. Wait.
I have a couple of library book carryovers. So I have Bright Young Dead by Jessica Fellows. This is kind of strange historical mystery because this is the second one. So the first one was in 1919. And you just kind of get used to like that and like some of the characters. And then this one, it's in 1925. So there's like this big jump, and it's like the 16-year-old that was in this first one is now married. And it's just weird because it's like I thought she was probably going to help because I think it's like their governess or whatever that does the sleuthing.
Okay.
And so I thought, she would probably help her do sleuthing, but no, she's like, and she acts different and everything, kind of a little bit snooty because she's married now and everything. And so I'm like, I don't know if I like that. And I looked in all the books because there's like 6. It skips like they're in the 1930s and 1940s, and I mean, it just like moves you on through. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that.
When you turned that book to the side, I thought it was an old VHS case.
Yeah.
That does kind of look like
It looked like it when you held it up and then turned to the side. I was like, what?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. It does.
And I have a middle grade mystery going called Winterborn Home of Vice and Vengeance by Allie Carter.
Nice.
And so far that one's not been too bad. And then I have an e-arc that I'm working on, and it's also a historical mystery called The Scottish Ladies Detective Agency.
Oh, fun.
I believe it's the first in a new series, and it's not too bad so far. The 2 ladies from the detective agency get to go undercover in a Duchess's house to try to find like the robber. This is their first case. Their very first case.
Oh, that's funny.
That's exciting. I love it.
Sounds awesome. What
So
about you?
I finished the Thursday Murder Club on my drive in the way to work this morning on audio. So I picked up on audio for my lunch break and for the drive home, 452 Paddington by Agatha Christie, which is a Miss Marple. I'm already not quite halfway through it.
Wow.
It's like an 8-hour long audiobook, and I'm listening to it at 1.5 times speed. So like an hour for lunch and then an hour drive home. I mean, I've gotten a good chunk of the way through it. My issue is there's very little Miss Marple in this.
Oh.
Like, she's just like a secondary. She's like, now you go and do this and find out what happened. And then, she comes back and somebody reports to her.
Hey,
so,
I mean, don't we all wish? No.
Delegate.
At least Jessica Fletcher was in the middle of things.
Yeah, I've not read a Miss Marple, so I don't know.
But this one's quite good. Like I think I mentioned with this one, it's about a woman who's on a train, and as another train passes, she sees a murder being committed.
Oh.
So that's what's being investigated, right? So, yeah. So far, I'm enjoying it, and I like the narrator on the audio. And then I did when I was at work because I was bored for the last 20 minutes. I started Against the Tide by Melody Carlson, which is a love-inspired suspense, also a library book that I need to finish and get back to the library. So that's what I'm reading tonight.
Nice.
So let's jump into the comments. Hello, Emily. I'm so glad I could join tonight. My first time here. Oh, welcome. We're super glad that you could come too.
Welcome, Emily.
Karen is welcome here. Thank you. Hello, Danielle. Welcome. Yes, welcome, Emily. Cajun. Hi, everyone. Reading Important in the Pages. The Inn at Holiday Bay, number 16. Wow.
Nice.
She's saying hi to Emily. Jenny. Hi, everyone. I just finished a book by Melissa McClone, and now I can't decide between a Rayanne Thane and a Michelle Major book. Oh, gosh.
Rayanne Thane.
Both of them are amazing.
I only know Rayanne Thane, so that's what I do.
So I'm going to say Michelle Major because it's a 2-1.
Makes sense. I just don't know the other author.
Yeah, exactly.
I've read Rayanne Thane, but I don't know Michelle Major.
Michelle Major's really good. She writes some really great books. Purple Reinhardt, say everyone reading The Whole Cat and Caboodle.
Yay.
Emily said she's reading Death by Bubble Tea.
Ooh, how are you liking it? I want to know how are you liking it?
Mm-hmm. Emily says hi. Hello, Annette. Welcome. Cheryl, hi, everyone. Hi, and by the way, everybody, thank you all so much for switching, doing the day switch. This is just so much more relaxed. Planning to finish The Viscount and the Vicar's Daughter tonight. Okay. A romance, I'm assuming. It sounds
like
good.
I would assume, but.
And is it Honecker? Am I saying your name right? I apologize if I am not.
Let us know.
Anita, greetings, everyone. Tonight I'm reading A Trip with Trouble by Diane Kelly.
Ooh, how are you liking it? What did you rate the first one, and how are you liking this one? Because I thought this one was exponentially better than the first one. It was great. Really good.
Awesome. Sarah Beth, Tiffany, I was wondering if I could make a video using your name because you're part of how I became a YouTuber.
Sure. I
Shout
love
outs are
that.
always welcome.
And let me know when you did, and I'll support you any way I can, shout you out. Yeah, absolutely. Anybody that ever wants help or anything like that, please let me know.
Absolutely.
Hi,
And
Hannah.
hi all. I'm going to reading All the Feels by Olivia Dade. I have those books on my shelf and I need to get to them. They look so good. So let me know. What do you think? Lisa, she loved that book. Annie, hi everyone. Reading Seems Deadly by Maggie Bailey.
Nice.
Interesting. Hi Kevin, welcome. Good evening, ladies. Hope you're all well this evening. Yes, thank you very much. Karen, hi everyone. Tonight I am reading Redemption Arc by Alistair Reynolds Sci-Fi. And I'm also reading Black Earth by Timothy Schneider. Excellent. How was the Thursday Murder Club? Loved it. Rena, hi everyone. I'm reading Looking by Katrina Jackson tonight.
Can you hear Kyrie snoring, y'all?
That's all right. Cheryl says, I'm reading If Mashed Potatoes Could Dance. I've got 26 pages left. It will be the last book of the month for me. Great job. You can do it.
Excellent, Sherry.
Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for the recommendation. For The Cat Who Could Read Backwards, more than halfway done. Oh, yay.
That is awesome.
I love that series so much. Blake Hart's, hi, everyone. I'm reading Muddled Through by Barbara Ross. Welcome, Pat. Good evening, everyone. Reading tonight, Love Inspired and Spence, Wyoming Cold Case Secrets, April 2023. Got my shipment of Love Inspired romances and suspense. Today was payday. Garrett goes, what happened to our money? I'm like, I bought books.
It's like, what happened to our money? What is today?
Yeah. I bought all the books that I put on that anticipated reads video. I bought some books. Cajun.
Don't they have like their sales on Friday or something like that?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
And I don't buy from the Harlequin website anymore because I don't like reading their ebooks on my tablet. I prefer to read them on my Kindle or my Kobo.
So you get them from Amazon?
Amazon or Kobo. Like I actually like buying from Kobo now too because you get points. And then you can use the points towards a free book. And because I have both devices, it makes sense. Might as well give me something for my money, right?
Did you all see, I didn't end up looking, but y'all see like there's free books today, something about Fill Your Kindle Day?
I did
I
not
see
see that.
something about 1,000 books or something
Yeah.
like that.
Look up Fill Your Kindle Day, and then it'll tell you to go to, I think it's all romance books from what I understand.
I think probably.
It'll tell you to go, well, because it tells you to go to a certain website. I looked this morning and then I got to work and obviously I forgot all about it. But it's called Fill Your Kindle Day. Look it up and it'll direct you to the website. And then I don't know from there how it all works.
Fair.
Please don't click on anything and get a virus and blame me. I'm just the messenger. So it's funny. Don't do it.
Yeah, I've seen it on
That's
a couple of newsletters that I've gotten, and it said that Fill Your Kindle or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it was out
Thousands of
last
Kindles.
year.
But it's like I don't need any more.
I think it redirects you. Like if you click on the book cover, it will direct you to to Amazon, where it's probably free. So you just download.
So, like I said.
Yeah, I think that's how it works, but don't quote me. I think
It's the romance bookworm has it. It says stuff your Kindle one day only.
Ooh.
It has categories, so it says adult mysteries with romantic elements, historical romance, fantasy romance, urban fantasy, paranormal romance, sci-fi romance, romantic suspense, new adult and rom-com books, women's fiction, chick lit, sweet contemporary romance, steamy contemporary romance, and erotica romance.
And you can click on all those. That's the exact same thing that I saw was Romance Reader to go to there.
Okay.
And
All those different kinds of romance. So,
Well, that's nice that you don't have to scroll through a bunch of stuff that you're not interested in, right?
yeah.
Well, that's great. Cajun says, I think Leslie Manville should have a part in the Thursday Murder Club. She was the narrator for 1 and 2. Oh, I didn't realize she was an actress.
Oh.
There we go. She could play Elizabeth. Pat says, don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you, Pat. Anita says, got it. Brian, Brenna, am I saying that right? Hi, everyone. I have 65 pages left of The London Seance Society by Sarah Penner. Also started Rescuing Her Ranch by Lisa Jordan. What do you think of the
Excellent.
London Seance Society? I have it on my shelf. Hi, Emily. Just packed up a bag for 3 days worth of clothes and meds and hoping I don't need it. Tornadoes, some severe, are in the forecast for tonight and it's turned really dark out. Fingers and toes crossed for you.
Yeah.
I hope you're okay.
Where are you at, Emily? If you
Yeah,
don't mind
let us
telling us. I
know.
mean, I know that, yeah. We'll be thinking
Patricia,
about you.
is that the lady? I'm not too sure. Annie, Emily reads, hope you and your loved ones will be okay. Yes, absolutely. We hope you're going to be okay and safe. Once I'm storm ready or as best as I can be, I will be reading the Friend Zone. Excellent.
Nice.
Hi, Karen. Hi from Orlando. Oh, she's nice and close to down there where Tiffany's neck of the woods. Emily says she's loving Death by Bubble Tea. Historical romance, and yes, I said it right. Thank you very much. Rena, did everyone have a good Friday? It was Friday. Fridays are usually pretty good. I am by myself and tornadoes really scare me. I can deal with snow and thunderstorms, but not tornado. No, I'm with you.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Tornadoes give me anxiety. I do not like them.
I don't know how y'all do it. Honestly, I couldn't. Asking about that. Sarah Beth, I love that 98% of colors Storm wears for shirts look good on her.
Oh, thanks.
It's true. It's true.
It is true.
Party time with the book club. So I think because I've got my dinner sitting beside me and I can smell it and it's delicious, that I want to eat. So let's jump into the first sprint and let Kairu have a nap. Clearly, he sounds exhausted.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, he's had a rough day of sleeping. Yes, that was it.
So we'll sprint for 40 minutes. I'm just setting up the cat. Let's do this.
Okay. Get prepared for the cat. Prepared.
Yeah. You're on one of mine. It's cat time. Start.
Excellent.
All right, everybody. Happy reading. Did we scare you, Storm?
I was eyeballing it. I was
There
prepared.
you go. She was prepared. How did everybody do on their sprints?
Good. I was working on my wrap up for March and listening. I don't know that I'm, you know, I don't know. I don't know. This series is
Which one is it?
the Beehive one, the
The
Oregon
Beehive.
Honeycomb.
Mm.
Is there any more working in the store this go around?
Well, the murder is more directly related, so yes, but just not a fan of the main character. We'll see how it turns out. You know,
Yeah, well, that one, the first one got a 3 stars from me. I mean, it was okay, but
it
yeah.
was okay. Yeah, I really like her Nancy Coco Fudge Shop series, but
I haven't tried that one. It's like I tried the one that I'm not fond of, so now it's like, I need to try that. But I think the other one is like, because it's a longer running series, so I mean, evidently it's got to be.
yeah, I really like it. And this one's okay. I just don't know I'm loving it, which is okay too. You know, you're not gonna, love everything, but anyway.
Absolutely. How about you, Storm?
I worked on this one. I actually started this one over because I had started it like a week or so ago, and then I never read any more on it, and I only got like 3% in, so I just started over. So now I'm 10% in. So I got
Very
to
good.
chapter 6, and now I'm not sure. Maybe Nancy's not married, but she's just moved out and hangs out with her friends all the time, and some of her friends are guys. And the way she was with this one guy, I thought she was married, but maybe not. 1920s, got their flapper outfit type thing.
Yes.
I did. I learned about, and it's got a little history in it about Alice Diamond and they called Alice Diamond her 40 Thieves, and then they call it her 40 Elephants or whatever. And I looked it up, and there it was. She was like one of the first like women's crime syndicates or whatever.
Oh,
Syndicates.
that's
And
interesting.
they would rob jewelry stores and clothing stores and all that stuff. And there was a book out called The 40 Elephants that came out last year. So I put it on my list, maybe if I can get to it for People April.
Oh, that's a great idea.
On because so
Interesting.
it was an audio book, so I was like, oh, I can listen to it.
Extra bonus.
How'd you do?
I watched a YouTube video while I was eating my dinner, and then I got 2 more chapters done of the Agatha Christie. And as soon as I said it, the next chapter started with Miss Marple telling all the police how right she was.
Gotcha. And what did you have for dinner?
Oh, I had chicken and mushroom fettuccine with garlic bread.
Yum.
We ordered in. It was Friday.
I was gonna say, where'd you get it from?
A place called Boston Pizza up here.
It's a
Surprisingly,
pizza.
it's a Canadian franchise, and it's called Boston Pizza. It's my favorite.
Sounds really good.
Yeah. I hate cooking. Nina says, I gave the first one 3 stars, and I just started the latest. I'm 8% in. Like it so far. Excellent.
Yeah, I gave the first one 3 stars too. I'll be interested to hear what you think, Anita. I loved it.
Patty says, is that The Lady Vanishes? I'm reading The Promise of Easter by Marta Perry. I read that one last year. It was super adorable and perfect time to read it. PK, listening in, I'll join later. Reading either number 19 of the Victoria Thompson of the Gaslight Historical Mysteries or 3 in Shannon Stacy's In Sutton's Place.
Ooh,
I vote for both because both would be great.
Yeah,
I'm gonna vote for Gaslight. So.
Of course you are. We knew that.
Well,
And I
sure,
actually- I
that's
just-
an
I just
obvious
I just read
choice.
that book in March here, so I read number 19 and number 20 in March. So I
Fantastic.
have 6 books left, and I'll get caught up. So
There you go.
You're getting there.
I'm getting there.
My dog is keeping me company too. That's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, Mac. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Storm. Hi, everyone. I'm not reading anything at the moment, so I'll just say that I'm currently in the middle of Wuthering Heights still, because technically that's the truth. That is fair.
Fair enough.
And it says, I've only read the first book in the series. Spoiler alert. Really enjoyed it. I have the last book on my Kindle, going to try and get to it next month.
Awesome, Hannah.
Abby, I'm going to say her name wrong. Abby Jimenez.
I think it's Jimenez.
Jimenez. Thank you. See, I had one of my viewers correct me because I'm mispronouncing things as my thing.
Yes, I'm really bad about that too, because I'm like talking about it and I'm like, yeah, I butchered that one. It's just
It's hard to know.
And I can look it up and how you pronounce it right. And then as soon as I get on the, to make the video, I can't remember how it was supposed to pronounce it. So that doesn't work because people are like, why don't you look it up? I do.
Yeah, not that I don't. Short attention span. And he says, Melmac, I'm reading Jane Eyre, but not exclusively. It is easy to get into, so I read it in pretty big chunks. Yeah, Jane Eyre was really good. I'm not a classics reader. I know that's one of your favorites, isn't it, Storm?
Yeah.
There is a website to fulfill your Kindle. You can select your e-format, Kindle, Google, etc., and what kind of romance genre. Excellent.
It's today only.
Yeah, on the mystery section, they had a lot of cozy, like first in series cozies on there. I seen.
They did?
Yeah, on that site, that Romance Bookworm, whenever I clicked on the mystery or whatever it had, so maybe they think that cozies because they have a little romance in them. I don't know. But yeah, it had the first in like that movie, the movie one, like P is for
poison or whatever.
That was on there, and there was some other
something like that.
I do have to wonder though, and not for nothing, but I wonder how many of them are normally on Kindle Unlimited.
Probably a lot of them. But then, for the ones that don't have Kindle Unlimited, that's
precisely.
I don't have Kindle Unlimited.
Very true. Emily, where, if you want it, you don't have to say, but I grew up in Central Illinois. So if you want to say, I'd love to know where you're from. I grew up in Arcola, the little Amish community in Arthur area. So,
yeah, Illinois is getting hit pretty good, like up in there with the tornado storm things I've seen. So
yeah, we might be in the same area.
Because I was thinking, I think Kevin's not there anymore because he would have been right in the middle of everything.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Jessie. She says hello, everyone.
Hey, Jessie.
Brienne. See, I still can't pronounce people's names.
I'm going
Brenna. Thank you.
I'm not sure, but that's what I'm going.
Because at work I have to people book appointments with me, and then I call them, right? And if it's a name, I my first thing is, could you please tell me how to pronounce your name?
She said right in the comment too. Just finish the comment. I just saw that.
Oh,
she says in the comment
I know, that's why I'm still trying to say it.
Brina.
I'm sorry, I just now saw that. Brina.
London Seance Society is good. Just getting to the seance. Excellent. I think I'm going to save that one still for October. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Goodness, Kairu snores louder than my stepmother. I hardly get any sleep on our trip.
I mean, he can snore with the best of them, but he's.
I rarely hear Dresden do any snoring. She's quite the quiet snorer.
Kairu needs a nasal strip.
That's delightful, Annie. That's just delightful. Rena, Kairu is truly enjoying himself. Yes. Barbara says the author for the Thursday Murder Club. People will yell at him. Meryl Streep or Helen Mirren. It is funny. Also, Elizabeth is a badass. Yes, she is. But Meryl Streep isn't British. I mean, she'll probably do an accent, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you know what? I'm like completely blanking on like, English actors. Like,
I think that's why most people just go to Helen Mirren.
Yeah, she's like the famouser one out of all of them. Or if I do know some, they're older or they're like too old to play the part.
So I say Julie Andrews is a little too. I think. Well, Max says, Annie, I'm planning to read Jane Eyre later this year. Read the first half of Wuthering Heights quickly, but then I got sidetracked by other stuff, and I haven't read anything for the past month.
Other stuff being soaps.
Just saying. It's okay. You need a break every now and then. It's fine.
Okay, but your 3-month break is over. Get those books read now.
I say, do what makes you happy, Mel Mac.
Life is too damn short. Jessica Lynn, hi everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. I'll be reading Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. I think I bought, that's the YA one, right? I'm pretty sure I bought it because I fell in love with the title.
I think my friend read that one and liked it. I think.
Yeah, it's a YA romance, I think.
Mhm.
I like Talia Hibbert.
Danielle, Emily, I hope everything goes well where you are. It's expected to be interesting here in Kentucky tonight, too.
Yeah.
Our governor already declared a state of emergency earlier today ahead of the storm. Oh, that's scary, you guys.
Well, we are
Arkansas's
thinking of it.
already had a tornado hit, like Little Rock, I think, today. So
Not good. Some tornadoes south and west of me, still under watch for 1.5 hours. Hope you stay safe, too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, Krista. Hey, all, just joining in at 23 minutes left in the sprint, reading my last middle grade March book for the month. So glad you're doing sprints. Have 120 pages to go. You can do it.
You got it.
Finish those books. You still got, well, Eastern Standard Time, 4 hours till midnight. Melly says, good evening. Since it's not April, I didn't want to cheat and start on her Amish Country Valentine, heartwarming. So I picked up Plucking Around by Emily Rath. It's over 700 pages, a hockey romance.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
awfully
hockey,
long for hockey romance.
right? Really
That is
descriptive
long
of the
for
games.
any romance. But I've never heard of that author. So you have to let me know how it is because y'all know I do love me the hockey.
Unless it's like an epic romance saga or something like that. Yeah, that's just way too
Generations
No.
of hockey players, and
long. Yeah, something.
If it's one book and you can't figure it out in 300 pages, y'all.
Well, that's why I was like, because like Outlander, I mean, there's more going on than the romance. So
it's not just a romance. It's a fantasy. It's a historical. It's all the things.
That's why I was like, so like those
But
epic
I don't
ones.
think that one. But I don't think Outlander is sold purely as a romance. Like, I think Pucking Around is sold purely as a romance. So when there's that much other stuff,
I agree.
Maybe they're following him around during the hockey thing, and it takes a long time for him to get back to the lady.
I used to say it all the time. If you cannot tell a romance in 300 pages or so, then you're doing it wrong.
I'm just saying.
I think that about mysteries though too. If you can't do it in 400 pages, then because over 400 pages, I'm like, oh really? Because I'm looking at some of these Elizabeth George books over here, and they're chunkers, and I'm like, oh, thank goodness for audiobooks. That's all I can think of.
Sci-fi and fantasy, I get it because you've got world building, you've got all that stuff. Romance is romance. Now, what I'm finding though, what annoys me, pet peeve, is when you download the Kindle book and it's like 432 pages, but really they've got a bonus short story. No, I just want to know how long is the book for my purposes.
Yeah.
Emily says, you'll get it done, Krista, and then Way of Kings as long as the lemon tree grows. Hi, Kelly. Hello, welcome. Melissa, hi, everyone. I'm reading Remnants of Murder by Elizabeth Lynn Casey. Excellent. Yay. Nita, I'm going to walk my dog. I got 12%. Fantastic. Hermione, hi, everyone. Currently reading Cruel Prince by Ashley Jade.
I read that first as Ashley Judd. I'm like, Ashley Judd's writing books now?
Good for her.
Okay.
The whole actress thing. She's the actress one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Winona's the singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm also reading Blame It on the Champagne by Fiona Cole, both on KU. Excellent.
Nice.
Emily, I'm hopping off. More counties around here have tornado warnings, and we've got a good thunderstorm going on. I'm going to hop off and watch the weather. Best of luck. Keep us updated.
Yes, Emily. Let us know.
Please. Cheryl, finish my book. Give it 4 stars. Fantastic. Great job. Cheryl will now be reading What Lives in the Woods by Lindsay Curry. Ooh. I want to read that one. Pat says she read 18 pages. Cajun got to 94%, and yes, still reading. Well done. Jessica Lynn, hope with all the storms you're staying safe. Yes, absolutely. Made it to 8% and played with my dogs. Excellent. Tiffany's cracking open a beer.
That's what I was like, getting her goodies out here.
Right. Jennifer says she's got 46 pages left. What you got? Something good?
It's carbonated water. It's cherry limeade. It's delicious.
Ooh,
My dad likes those. He
you guys
likes
have
to get
such
those.
fun stuff down there.
And they're not are they expensive in Florida? They're not real expensive here.
No, they're not really. I think like 70 cents or something like
Yeah.
that. But I just, I try not to drink pop. So this is nice when I just want something carbonated. I don't always, but when I do.
I try to get dad off of that too, like especially because he drinks the diet and stuff. Some of those things like that, they still have like aspartame and things in them too, so they're not really all that good for you. But I said it's a mind thing. He thinks he has to have carbonation and stuff. He's like, but I need the tingly, so I make him get like that stuff sometimes.
Well, considering how much pop I used to drink to what I drink now, I mean, every once in a while, I don't drink them very often. It's just when, like I said, when I really want some carbonation.
I tease him because he's like, well, if you make tea, I'll drink it. So I make tea, and I end up being the only one that drinks it. He gets his soda from the convenience, and I'm like, hello, you said, I make it.
Garrett used to drink a 2-liter a day of Pepsi
Oh, wow.
when he was heavy. Yeah. And then he stopped and he lost so much. Well, he started working too and he lost so much weight.
Wow.
But yeah, it used to really concern me. And he still isn't that. His breakfast every day is 2 chocolate chip cookies and a tea with like 3 sugars in it. So,
Well, I used to drink one of these a day of
Yep.
soda
Mhm.
and everything. And that's what dad drinks. That's why I try to get him off of like just to get the ice because I get ice and then I fill it up with the tea at home.
yes. Yes. I love ice and, that's like my favorite. I drink water though. I'm rarely I'll have a pop, but I like, and then of course I have to be pricey and I drink like this vitamin water crap, which I know doesn't have any vitamins in it, but it tastes delicious.
Yeah, it's all about taste. He gets those little packets that you put in the water,
Yeah.
mix it up, and things.
I
like
get
that.
the squirt bottles of the liquid,
Yeah.
and I get because I'm 5. I get the Kool-Aid ones.
He likes those. He likes they have like Jolly Rancher ones.
Yes, I've
and
seen those. Yeah.
He gets he's
Hey, if
gotten the Skittle ones. They have Skittle ones now.
If it's gonna get you to drink your water,
Yeah.
I say go for it.
Yeah.
Jessica Lynn read about 20 pages and watched a YouTube video. Excellent.
Excellent.
Patty said, almost finished my book. It's going well. Fantastic.
Nice.
Krista says, I read 30 pages since I started. Now I have 110 pages left. I'm determined to finish tonight.
You can do it.
Got
You can do
that.
it. Barbara, I showered, so I feel better now. Fantastic.
Good.
Pat says, has anyone read C.J. Archer? The library has lots of ebooks and audiobooks. Why do I think that's like a thriller mystery?
I know that name sounds familiar, but yeah.
Yeah, I no, sorry. Annie made it to 26%.
Nice.
Patty says, I'm a big Victoria Thompson fan. I love the Gaslight series. Oh, Emily said she grew up in the southern suburb of Chicago. I now live by ISU.
Okay, so Bloomington. Gotcha.
No, Mac. Hey, Storm. It's only been just over 1 month, not 3. And I've been cheating on you guys with soap groups on message boards and social media. There, I confessed. Confession is good for the soul, Melmac.
Momac, do you feel like the weight has been lifted?
It was her cross to bear.
That CJ Archer looks like she does like kind of like I don't know what you'd call it, some kind of paranormally looking.
Oh,
You
know who I was thinking? CJ Box.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh,
like
right,
there's the
right.
Apothecary's Poison.
Yeah.
Magician's
Okay.
Diary.
Interesting.
Books look cool from the covers, but yeah, I don't know.
Barbara, for the weather, I'll keep my legs crossed for y'all.
well, I get Barbara.
There we go. PK says it is 758 pages. I just looked. One book. Color me shocked. Holy cow.
Oh, wow.
Hello, Stephanie. Hello, ladies. Romance is very flexible.
It better be one
Time
epic
to
hockey
read.
romance. That's all I can say.
Just saying. I love me hockey, but
I'm just picturing the fact that the love scenes are like 35 pages.
Yeah.
flip.
Yeah, it's like, well, if you just bypass all that, it makes it real
Right?
quick.
And the book's only 20 pages.
Yeah.
And it's Kindle Unlimited, she says. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Cajun says, agree, Sarah. I hate it when the extras are counted as part of the book in Kindle books. Not all do, so it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, it just, because I'm so weird about tracking, it bothers me. Like, because I'm not generally reading the short story as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it aggravates me because it says you have like, you're on like 80%. And then, the next day you flip it and you only had to read like 2% more and you were done with the book because it has like either a preview of the next book or recipes if it's a cozy or the short story. Yeah.
Listening to the Thursday Murder Club on my way to work today, I knew I was about 10 minutes away from work and I was stopped at a set of lights. I'm like, how much longer do I have? Because I'm pretty sure this is done. And it said like 45 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, right? They had a 45-minute author interview at the end, like bonus, done.
Yeah, I've had some of those. They do that a lot with the Virgin River ones, and it's like the same one over and over again. It's like, I've heard this already. Can we just don't have to interview the author every time?
No.
Or the narrator or whatever it is. And it's like,
exactly. I'm like, right now the rain has stopped, but tornado watch in effect until 8. She's an hour behind us, right? Or behind me?
So what time is it now?
If she's in Illinois,
it is 7. It is 7:19 there.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in Central.
All right. Barbara, I have a question. I have a book that is 1,420 pages.
Good luck.
I'm trying to read it for 35 years. Should I just It's called The Ladies of the Club. My mother had that book on the shelf, and I have always wanted to read it just because I want to say I read it.
I
feel a buddy read coming on of 1,420.
We're going to do a year-long buddy read, Barbara.
I think that's one of Melissa's favorite books, I think.
No doubt. Melissa, if it's more than 500 pages and has like some epic historical family drama, Melissa's all over it. We've said her name. She's going to pop into the comments.
Right?
That happens frequently. It's kind of freaky.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I heard you talking about me.
Yeah, it is because I have it as a book I marked because she liked it. So
it's one of those ones that traces like generations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to be really into those kind of books to like those. So it depends, Barbara. Do you like those kind of
If you don't,
DNF it if you don't like them, yeah.
If you did a one year read along, I'm just trying to put this in perspective. If you did a 1 year read along, you would only have to read about 3 pages a day.
Oh, geez, I can do that. Barbara, what do you say?
There we go.
I read my 3 pages today. Next book.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the audiobook? 102 hours.
Those are those ones when you look and it's like 50-hour audiobook and it's like, really?
Outlander? Yeah. PK. And the Hockey Romance has a prequel to it that's 124 pages. That's not a prequel. That's a book.
Yeah, that's like a novella right there.
Cajun, I don't drink carbonated things anymore because with the muscles being gone, my mouth now, the bubbles literally go straight up my nose. Ooh, yeah, that's unpleasant.
Ooh. Wow, yeah.
Stephanie, written a book of ghost stories, but I padded it out with some poetry. Seems to have worked. Oh, good for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Melmac, who here lives in an area where soda is more widely called pop? Here in Western New York, it's called pop, but my cousins who live in the eastern part of the state call it soda. I say pop, but it's either way.
Soda.
I grew up in an area that called it pop, so I still call it pop, but here I think they call it soda. I'm pretty sure they call it soda here.
We call it soda and we call it pop, and sometimes we say soda pop.
Yep. And then
the people that get the only one that I think is wrong, because and when I say wrong, I'm joking, but I'm just saying, is when you refer to everything as Coke, no matter what you're drinking.
That was my dad.
No matter what you're drinking. And they're like, well, I wanted a Sprite. And I'm like, what?
Okay, that's, yeah, no.
Like everything, they're just, they refer to as Coke. But yeah, I grew up calling it pop, and so I kind of still do. But when I lived in, towards where Storm's at in St. Louis, they called it soda too. But once you get used to something, it's just hard to break it.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my exes lived in the South and called it Coke no matter what flavor it was.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
My
that.
dad worked with
More-
this guy who was moved down from like the New England area or whatever it is, and he was like, "Where's y'all's bubbler at?" And Dad's like, "What the heck's a bubbler?" And he's like, to get a drink of water." And he goes, "Oh, you mean a water fountain? Okay."
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, here's the important question too. Do you call it a shopping cart or do you call it a buggy?
They're two very different things up here. A shopping cart is what you use at the Walmart, and a buggy is this little thing that you walk with it behind you that you carry your groceries home in.
Huh.
Old ladies use them. I had one.
That sounds like the thing that the nursing students at the college tote their books in.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because
I
you
loved
see
it
them walking
because
around. Because I mean, those books are like this thick, or whatever.
when I lived on my own, I had my buggy and I would go to the grocery store and I wasn't going to carry up 6 or 7 bags by myself from the car up to the 19th floor of my apartment. So I would put them all in the buggy and I would just, yeah.
Boom, 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 buggy up the stairs, huh?
Oh, no, on the elevator. Screw that.
Yeah,
Up the stairs.
okay.
Up the elevator.
We were lucky that yours had an elevator then, because some
19 floors? Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm interested. What are the rest of it? I love stuff like this, like regional dialects and stuff, like sneakers. Do you call them running shoes?
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that too, right?
Sneakers.
So what is it for you, Tiffany? Is it buggy or grocery or cart?
Shopping cart.
Cart, because I grew up in an Amish community where a buggy was something you rode in.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Come here.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we call it a shopping cart.
Yeah, baby.
Yes, Coke is a generic term down here in the home of Coca-Cola. See, that makes sense. Melly says, the prequel hooked me. See what happens between Rachel and Jake. Excellent.
They were
Midwest.
on a break. Oh, no, wait. That was
Yeah.
Rachel and Ross. My bad. My bad. I'm just kidding.
Midwest pop. Soda is pop with ice cream.
Yeah,
Okay,
Midwest.
that's
I grew up in
interesting.
the Midwest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cajun, that could be a neat party trick. Pat, one of the books in the Murder at the Mayfair Hotel by C.J. Archer, the Cleopatra Fox series.
Oh.
Interesting. We in New Jersey call it soda. This is exactly what I said to the doctor when she was explaining the side effects of the surgery. Millie, the tropes were one night stand, insta love, and hockey romance.
Oh.
Interesting. Oh, it's 8:25. Do we want to do like 25 minutes or so?
Whatever.
Yeah,
Sounds
whatever's
good.
good for you. You
All right.
the host, you running things.
Yeah. I changed the kitty cat. We now have Bernard. Bernard. We had Presley for the last one. Now we got the Bean. Happy reading,
Aw.
everybody.
Happy reading. Hey, Lee.
Hey,
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So how did everybody do on their sprints?
Good. I was watching a TV show during that sprint and working on my wrap up. Getting my wrap up ready.
Awesome. Storm, how about you?
you're on mute, Storm.
I worked on Winterborn Home of Vengeance and Valor by Ali Carter. And I'm at 42%, so I think I read about 9%. I listened
Nice.
to
For you.
audio. And then I read a little bit of that.
And Lee, what are you reading and how do you do?
I wasn't reading anything right then. I'm watching Yellowstone and coloring. So, that's where I
Hey,
was.
productive. Productive works.
Sounds fantastic.
Yep.
What season are you on?
2.
My husband's addicted to that show.
My husband loves it too. He's actually watched the prequels too. Like,
Yeah,
my
so is
brother-
Garrett.
Yeah, my brother too. That's how he got me into. He's like, "You need to watch this show." I'm like,
I haven't tried it.
yeah.
"Listen, if you want to fall in love with a cowboy, this is the show to watch."
That's what Garrett said. He's like, you love country music. You need to kind of watch this.
Oh, there's like so many good country songs that they played
Yeah.
throughout it. So
Yeah.
I would just watch it for Kevin Costner because I like him.
you should. It's good.
And I didn't get any reading done. I watched some YouTube because I remembered that I finished actually 2 books today. So I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know,
Excellent. That's amazing.
right? Hey, it's the end of the month. It's still that ingrained instinct. It's the end of the month. Finish all the books.
True.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm just gonna read the one that I read earlier and do my wrap up, and then I don't feel like I have to finish anything. So.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And he says, Barbara, I started reading that one but didn't get far. So that's the end. Love Ladies in the Club. For that long, it may not be. Yeah, if it's taking you 35 years to finish a book, it might be time to put the book down. Just saying.
Or it might be a huge accomplishment after 35 years.
Right?
There you go.
Right?
And break it down, and read so much. a
Like you
month
said,
and-
Tiffany, 3 pages a day.
3 pages a day.
PK says, I think I read that one and the Ladies of the Club back when it came out. It was popular. I can't remember much about it in detail, though. Yeah, it was hugely popular. I think it came out in the early 80s.
Yeah,
hugely
I really
popular.
like the cover on it. Like the
Me
one
too.
that I think Melissa had. That one was pretty.
Yep. Melmac, I live in Ohio and it's called pop for the most part, but some call it soda.
I was looking at that before, looking at what people were calling things.
That's Coke loyalty. Yep. I want a Sprite, so I order a Coke? ?
So you probably say I'd like a Coke, and they're like, "What kind?"
Right.
Yeah.
Might not be your jam.
Oh.
I ask, you want a Coke? You, yes. Me? What flavor?
Okay.
There you go.
And PK, it's pop. I always get cherry Coke. I'm not a huge fan of the regular flavor Coke. I'm with you, Jessica. Cherry Coke all the way.
I don't like Coke. Period. I'm not a Coke fan.
Mm.
I was a Dr. Pepper person.
Oh, I love Dr. Pepper. It's thundering here in Virginia. The power's flickering. Good night, y'all. Happy reading. Stay safe, Pat.
Yes. Fingers crossed. Stay safe.
Soda in Northeast Pennsylvania. I've lived in California, Washington State, and now Idaho. We call it soda. We're telling Pat to be safe. There isn't an audio available for And Then the Ladies of the Club. Probably couldn't get anyone for that long. And the Kindle is $23.99. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I looked it up as well on Thrift Books a while ago because I was going to read it. And yeah,
I wonder how
That's-
much it is on abbooks.com.
yeah, it's not cheap. Besides, I remember my mom had it as a mass market paperback, and I just cannot imagine trying to read that as a mass market paperback at
Right.
1,400 pages. Like,
Right.
Stephanie says it's a shopping trolley here in England.
Oh,
I've
Heard
been
that
so
one
immersed
too.
in the British because the Thursday Murder Club is British narrator, right? And then of course the Agatha Christie, and I'm like, a lolly, is that what it's called? A lorry for a truck.
Yeah.
And you know, and I'm like, oh, I know all the, and my manager's British as well, so I get a lot of the slang.
Love that.
My mom was from Arkansas and called it a shopping buggy.
Yep.
Everyone else in California calls it a shopping cart, or we just say cart. Here we say shopping cart, but if someone says buggy, I'd probably know what they're referring to. I have shopping carts referred to as shopping buggies, but very, very rarely. She said.
Gotcha.
In New Jersey, it's a shopping cart. So the Edith Bunker buggy. Is that something that she had? I guess. I liked my buggy. It's a buggy down here.
Mm.
I live in the Midwest, but I've never called it pop.
Oh, interesting.
Engaged in a one-night stand that took 700 pages. Either you're doing it real wrong or really right.
True.
Have to stay safe. Melmac, here pop with ice cream is some kind called soda, but often it's referred to as an ice cream soda. Yes,
yeah.
same up here.
That would be a float for me.
Yeah, we always called it a root beer float.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a float.
Interesting. I called water fountains bubblers too until I moved to the Southwest. No one knew what it was, so I changed quick. I grew up calling soda tonic.
Oh, interesting.
That is very interesting. Melissa says, I'm from the Midwest. I grew up saying shopping cart. Sometimes I would hear people older than me call them buggies. Okay. Stephanie, you people have some different terminology to hear in England. There really is such a thing as American language. It's true. Absolutely. Just as says Melmac, we call them ice cream float.
Yep.
There you go. Danielle says, it looks like Las Vegas's Access 360 app is still working. So for non-residents, does anyone else use this?
I have not used the Access 360.
Not the 360.
It
Is
let
it an
me
audio
finish
app?
my book. It let me finish my book. I had a book out still, which was the one I finished today because I'm like, I'm not taking it off of my stuff. I finish my book, and I was like, that's why I was really one of the reasons I was listening to, because I was like, don't take it away until I finish.
We also, Danielle says, we also seem to be able to use Henderson Library through Las Vegas still too. Oh, it's one of the library thingies. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
PK, I didn't read. I was shopping the stuff yet Kindle sale.
Excellent.
Hashtag priorities, PK.
There you go.
I would say hi to Lee.
Hi.
Anita got 17%. Great job.
Nice.
Cheryl read 21 pages. Annie got to 32%. 60 pages left, Krista. Great job. 2 more sprints and I'll be done for sure. I'm going to go take off my nail polish and clean out my email while we chat.
Very
Get my
productive.
nails done tomorrow. I can't wait.
You are on it.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer, 10 pages left in The Cat Who Could Read Backwards. So close. Yay.
You are so close. I'd be
I love
reading
that.
right now.
So much.
Continue reading while we chat.
Right?
Mhm.
She's like, yeah, uh-huh. I have no idea how many pages I read, but I did read the sprint. Yes, well
Very
done.
nice.
Loving Yellowstone on season 2 as well. When did you guys come back? It's 8:53. I just glanced at my screen and see you're back. Clearly, I need to pay attention. Sorry, Melmac. Yeah, I'm not doing till the top of the hour. I'm doing the cat. Just because. Yeah.
Get off those soapy things and pay attention.
Hi, Melmac. That's when she come back. It's Melmac. So I order a Coke Sprite or a Sprite Coke. What would I get if I just ordered a Sprite?
Seltzer water.
So if you order Pepsi, do you get arrested? Melmac, we call them floats too, root beer floats, etc. If I wanted a root beer float in the South, do I order a Coke float? I'm not a fan of the floats. I don't want ice cream with my pop.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either.
I oddly like a grape soda float.
Ooh, I love grape soda. I don't know if I would like that. I might have to try it.
Grape soda float.
Actually, no, I did have one because Dairy Queen does them with their freeze, their freezy thing, and they put
Okay.
the ice cream in them. I've had that. I didn't love it. I wouldn't have it all the time, but it was okay.
Mhm.
When I request books from Harris County, I get bumped to Las Vegas to get it sooner. But then Las Vegas says I'm not eligible. I will have to cancel their card online or call them.
Yeah, I just took the like on my Libby. I just removed the card off of there.
Yeah.
They kept doing that to me too, and it wouldn't let me have it. I'm like, quit putting me there if I can't have it.
Don't tease me. Kelly says, I grew up in the Midwest and I called it pop. I say that where I live now, California, and people look at me funny. See, I see the CA and I always think Canada.
Canada. And you know what? There's an Ontario, California,
There is
because we'd
Ontario
always
CA.
have packages go to the wrong place from there.
Happens all the time. I'm like, really? Why would you want to live in Ontario? Is that so fun? No, I'm just kidding. So we're caught up on comments, but I wouldn't mind doing one more sprint. It's Friday night.
Mhm.
If you guys are cool with that, maybe. I know you're probably going to head out soon, Tiffany.
I am.
Okay. So do you want to tell us what you got coming up on your channel?
I'm going tomorrow will be an Amish in April cozy mystery recommendation for Amish
Yay!
in April. I'm so excited about Amish in April.
I cannot wait.
I know, I'm really excited for it. Everybody have a great night. If you're in the
You
path
too.
of the storms, be safe,
Yes.
all that jazz. And I will see you guys on Sunday.
Sunday. Right?
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. So we'll maybe do 20 more minutes and see if we can get, well, those of us who are reading, watching YouTube, Yellowstone. But yeah, so check back in 20 minutes, everybody.
Sounds
Happy
good.
reading.
Happy reading.
Welcome back, everybody. How did we do on our productivity sprints, if you will?
I got a little sidetracked, so I didn't do much, but I did read a little bit in this one, which is the Scottish Ladies Detective Agency.
Nice.
It's kind of funny because Maud thinks she can be a really good detective, basically because she reads detective stories.
Don't we all, though? And what did you watch, or how many pictures did you color?
I didn't color any pictures. I finished that episode of Yellowstone, and I got a chapter and a half done in Hellbent.
Oh, well, wonderful. Great job.
Which I was supposed to have finished already, but you know how that goes. So
whatever.
Are you almost done, or are you still about halfway? Or?
Probably about 70 pages left.
No, it's not too bad then.
I mean, I could push through tonight, or I could watch Yellowstone. It's going to be a hard call. Yeah.
I knit on my sock for a little bit, and I watched a YouTube video on someone who cruised to the Arctic Circle to see the Northern Lights. And I'm like, oh, that's a bucket list trip right there.
I used to watch a guy, and he went on one of those cruises.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think his name was Mr. Ben Brown. That was his name.
Oh, he's the guy who did the he did like a whole vlog. They went to the Arctic Circle, right?
Yes.
It was like,
yeah.
Those vlogs are some of my favorites. I've rewatched that a couple times.
Have you seen that where they're saying that there's going to be a cruise that you can take that you'd be on there for like 3 years?
Yes.
Like a 3-year long cruise.
Yes, if you're actually buying a condo on ship.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were reading that and saying, like,
they said some people were surprised that there were younger people actually going for it because they figured it would be all full of just older people because, retired, don't have nothing better to do, and things like that.
But if you're someone who's like in their 20s or 30s and you can work from wherever,
yeah,
why not?
But that's what they're saying because a lot of people that they never thought about it, but people are working remotely now, and so as long as the Wi-Fi is okay on the where they're at, because it's like you're out in the middle of the ocean. What happens if the Wi-Fi don't work?
Right. True.
I think they were saying something like it's $1 million for one of those, but everything, like if you think about it, like you're not paying for it. You've got your lodgings, you've got your food, you've got your blah blah blah. You're traveling everywhere.
All that stuff,
right.
All rolled up in one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could do it if I had the money. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I think you could think of it too as like if you don't have a family, like you're not leaving anybody behind, and if you're young enough, you're like, it's a 3-year experience. This is just 3 years of my life.
People take off and backpack through Europe for 2 years before they do anything. What's the difference, right? You're just on a ship.
I watch these people, and I've just gotten back into it because it's like started up again where like they hike the Appalachian Trail, they hike the Pacific Crest Trail, and all this
yeah.
And that's like 6 months at a time. They come home for a month and like, I just want to get back out there, and then they go again and they go all over.
Yep. Those YouTubers that I watch, Kara and Nate, like they've been doing it for 7 years. They're traveling all over the world, and they just posted a video where they were swimming with orcas. I'm like,
it's crazy.
I'm not quite sure if I want to swim with an orca. They could turn on me, maybe.
They are very, very. They don't look it, but they're very deadly.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know.
Listen, I'm suspicious of a squirrel behind me, okay? So like I'm not trying to be out there with any animals, so
So my husband feeds the squirrels in the neighborhood because if you step outside, literally they pop up like, hello? Oh, it's not him. Okay. We swear to God, they come to the door. Excuse me, could you send the fat guy out and bring the nuts?
We don't feed them around here. We shoot them.
There you go.
We've had too many lines or like electric things that they've gotten into, and
oh yes,
and like get in our ceilings and chew things.
And
Yep. The city of Toronto has started a new campaign, if you will. And as I'm driving to and from work, I see the posters up in the bus stops, and it's like pictures of raccoons and foxes, and they're dressed up in like bow ties and like little whatever. And it's like, don't feed us. We're not pets. So I guess a lot of people are feeding them, right?
Right.
And then they're continually coming around and they are causing damage and stuff, right?
True.
But then this other part of me is like, but we're in their home. You know, that's the way
Right.
my brain works, right? Like,
yeah.
Well, a friend of mine, like, she likes to put food out for the stray cats. And I said, and then we're always joking that you have some interesting cats because she feeds the raccoons as well. Because so.
There you go.
there was that was it an ad? I think it was first like eye doctors or something, and the woman's like, "Here, kitty, come in for the night." And
Yes.
she grabs the raccoon and brings him in.
Yes. I remember that.
It's totally something that I would do. Melmac. I like orange cream soda float. Like, yeah, creamsicle.
Yes.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Storm. Glad it wasn't just me. Creamsicle. Good grief. Anyone ever had a black cow? I've heard of them.
Same.
I
I've
have
heard of it.
no
Never
clue
had
what
one.
that is.
Saying goodbye to Tiffany. I have to head out. Emily, take care. Tornado watch over. Yay! Awesome. Is that chocolate ice cream with Coke? Interesting. Have a good night for Emily. Yep. Regular ice cream with Coke. Oh. It's called
Black
brown,
Cow.
the black cow.
Oh.
Interesting. Interesting. I'm excited for Amish in April. Yay, I'm glad you're excited. I'm excited too. Cajun, well, that's timing. I got a phone call right before the last sprint ended, and we just hung up.
Nice.
I'm excited because number 6 in the Amish Mystery Series came in on my Libby.
Perfect
'Cause
timing.
I was like,
Yay.
I need it to come in during April. It came in like a couple of days ago, so I'm grabbing it now because I was like, so I need to get started on that one before I have to put it back.
I know it's like we're doing it for, and I've said, like, you can read Amish all month, but like it's that 1 week that we're really focusing on it. So I was like picking like my first Harlequin book, and like I just do a random number generator, and it came up with the Amish one. I'm like, no, I want to save you for later.
You're like,
So I have to do my Amish all through the month. That way I make sure I get it done.
I think I'm probably gonna end up doing that too, because I do want to read Peanut Butter Panic. I want to read the next one in the Linda Castillo, the next one that I need to read. So
I'm hoping to try to do 2 Linda Castillos, number 3 and number 4.
they're so good, but they're just like they're dark, and I don't
So
know.
like if I
could
do one at
2.
the beginning of the month and then one at the end of the month.
But I love, like, you listen to them on audio, right, Storm?
Yeah.
The narrator, Catherine McKinney or whatever her name is fabulous.
Yeah, she's really good.
She says, Patty says she has a nice stack ready for the whole month. Excellent. I'm really glad your tornado watch is over. Agreed. Pet peeves, prologues. Just start with chapter 1. And boxes from Amazon that put a book at the top so you slice the cover when you open it and rant.
That is
Agreed.
annoying.
I get it. Yeah.
Agreed. Cheryl read 10 pages. Nina got to 24%. Jennifer finished her book. Great
Nice.
job. Yay.
Yay.
Jessica read 15 pages. Jennifer back to Deck the Donuts by Ginger Bolton. Excellent. Good job. God, my sister called during that sprint. I didn't read it all, so I think I'm going to sign off and just plow through the rest of this book. Have a great weekend. You too, Krista. She's probably already gone. Nina, have a good night. Stay safe. Made it to 37%. Great job, Annie. Patty, I finished my book. I think I'll select the next book for April. Fantastic. You guys getting stuff done. Danielle says, I get horribly sick, so I'd have to pass on that one. Oh, yeah, the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
I did
Yeah.
okay on the cruise whenever I went on it. The only time I really felt like my stomach felt upset was actually when I was in the cabin, like just laying there.
Yeah.
Because then you could really feel it. But when you were up walking around, I didn't feel it that much.
Mm-hmm.
Only except for when we were parallel to a hurricane and it got a little woo
Yeah.
while we were out there.
Yeah. My sister has this, but if she looks at the ocean, she gets seasick. She just, I'm not even joking.
Watching
It
it
was
on
funny
TV.
because we're like all like standing there ready to go in for dinner or whatever and everything, waiting for them to open the door so we could go in for dinner. And the waves from like the hurricane or whatever, and you can see everybody's like,
Yeah, once that starts happening, it becomes a lot. Yeah, we were on a cruise one time, and it was an ocean water pool, and it was so rocky that they had to drain all the pools out because it was just splashing all over the decks because it was
Oh,
just so rough
wow.
from a storm. Yeah, so
Wow. The only one that we were on, I mean, it was rough, I think, like the first or second day, and we were going for dinner. And of course, I was in the cute little dress, and because I was 26 and stiletto heels, and I'm walking down the hall doing like this side to this side.
yeah.
But it would be weird when you get off the ship and like, okay, I'm not moving anymore.
Right, you're
That's what
normal.
always tripped me out. Yeah, yeah.
On regular land.
But I've only been on one cruise, but I loved it. I want to go
I've
back.
only been on one cruise too. I went for my like 30th birthday.
Yeah. I said to Garrett for our 15th, which is in a couple years, I would really like to do Alaska.
I
I
would
was
like
just going to say,
go
I
on
recommend
one.
Alaska first.
I would like to go on one with somebody. I went by myself, and
Oh, really?
I'm very shy. Yeah, so I'm like a very shy, introverted person, and so I think if somebody else would have, I would have had a little bit more fun because they could have got me out there doing a lot more stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
But
spend a lot
still,
of time
good
in
for
my
you.
cabin.
That's good for you that even being as shy and introverted as you are, that you even had the guts to go on a cruise by yourself.
Good
Like,
for you. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was the first time I flew by myself too, and I was like so like nervous and everything. But you know, it's a small world because like once I got to Houston and figured out where the Carnival Cruise people were, because they're like, oh well, they're wearing this, and they've got a pin that says Carnival. Yeah, a little tiny pin like right here. Mm-hmm. So I'm like looking all over trying to find them because you had to find them so they'd take you because we had to take a bus to Galveston.
Yep.
And on the bus, I was talking to this older couple, and they were like, so where are you from? And I was like, Missouri. And they're like, telling them kind of where I was from. And they're like, oh, well, we have a niece that lives nearby. And I'm like, well, work at McDonald's. And they told me, I'm like, I work with her.
Oh my
that's so
God.
cool.
So yeah, so they
Awesome.
were very nice. And so they kind of took me under their wing and made sure I got on
that's
the
sweet.
cruise. And on the way back, we were on the same flight. So they made sure, they're like, are you okay? Here's where your flight's going to be. And they were really nice.
Aw.
Nice. See, that's what cruising's all about. You
That's
make like those
awesome.
like connections.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Nice.
I know my best friend went on one with her family, like before she got married and all that stuff. She went with her parents and her sister, and they are like the most antisocial people ever. And they hated every second of it because like you kind of have to interact with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like usually you're sitting at dinner with a group of people they sit you at unless you request, right? Just
Yeah.
we didn't like talking to anybody.
Well, and like
Cruising
we
is
got
not
to
for you.
sit by in the like more formal dinner that they had. We got to sit with like the same people every time.
Same.
And so you got to know like your dinner mates or whatever it is. And a lot of it was, I think, they do it with like groups. So if like you had a bigger group, it was there was like several singles and like a family of 3 or whatever. And so that's how they kind of sit you there. So yeah.
And we were with people, I remember from our general area, like I think everybody was Canadian at our table. Which
Oh, that's cool.
like they tried to, because the ship that we were on was a Costa cruise, which is the one that sank in Italy. That's the one
I
we were on
remember,
that,
yes.
but that was our cruise line. So there was like 10 languages spoken on board, and there was a lot of Europeans on the ship. So that's why they tended to sit people with your nationality, I guess, for language issues. So you could
that's
understand.
cool, right.
But it was really interesting, and I liked it. But Alaska's my goal next.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I'd like to see like the whales and all that kind of stuff.
So there we go, Storm. I'll figure out when we're going. Start saving your
There you
pennies.
go.
Maybe my things now, yeah.
You meet us in Vancouver, and then we go.
There we go, yeah.
And because Garrett's like, well, I want to go to Alaska. It's cold. So then Garrett can stay home.
No,
I'm
it's
going.
not.
What are you here for? My 15th wedding anniversary. My husband's at home.
That's funny. Like I took somebody else with me.
Yeah. I don't see a problem here.
It's a win-win.
Kelly said she cleaned her kitchen. Well
Yeah,
done.
there you go.
Productive.
Well done. Brent. I like dark books. Well, then you would like the
Linda Castillo, yeah.
yeah, PK. Been shopping the sale. Mostly historical romances are hitting me as okay, worth it. Oh, excellent. Cheryl, I'm all caught up on the Amish series I'm currently reading, so I've got no Amish books to read since I'm on my no new series ban.
Yeah.
Well, that's silly. No, I'm just
Yeah, because she's caught up on the Linda Castillo series. So
Oh.
But could you read a standalone Amish book? That's not a new series.
Well-
That's just an Amish book.
And there's a whole bunch of novellas. Have you read the novellas? You can read those.
Yeah.
BK smiling. From the sale. All she knows is that the 5 men surrounding her bedside are important somehow.
Oh, okay.
I said no judgment.
And I love this. No judgment.
So somebody found a reverse harem book. It sounds like.
Is that what they're?
Wait.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. Those are what those are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, ladies, I'm about done for the day. I don't know about y'all. What's coming up on your channel, Storm?
Well, I just did my March wrap up. That's up today, and I do have slated soon. I need to do a recent reads and finish up some of the books from March that I haven't actually talked about, and then I'm going to be doing my series Q1 and how well did I do. How many new series did I add? Did I actually read some of my other series? You know, it's like, does it balance out with the series that I started?
You're doing the pluses and minuses.
Yeah, kind of try to keep track and see how I'm doing.
Good for you. What about you, Lee?
My vlog was a fail this week because just working late got away from me. So today I put up my April TBR and I have to edit my Q1 goals as well.
Well
See what
done.
a failure I was there.
Well done. I've just got my usual Sunday video coming out. And then on Monday will be an announcement video for I'm not doing the Create Your Own Readathon this month. I'm doing something different. So that will be announced on Monday. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you all so much for joining us. And we'll be on Tiffany's channel on Sunday.
Yes.
So make sure to join us there.
Yeah. have a
Night,
good night,
everybody.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.